Hello and welcome to Kelly Loves K-Pop. I'm Kelly. Today we're doing a tarot reading that is actually a friendship reading between Mamamoo and BTS. And the person who bought this reading on the Ko-fi page, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Also, thank you for your patience. I just got back from a 2-week vacation, which I greatly needed because, as a lot of you guys know, this isn't my full-time job. I actually work a full day job on top of doing this, so I needed to get away. The last year and a half nonstop work, no breaks, has been crazy. So thank you for your patience, thank you for your patronage, and I hope you really enjoyed this reading. Again, it's about BTS, Mamamoo's friendship, so I always do a reading that's a past, present, future, and then I'll do a bigger spread, and we'll see kind of like how each group kind of views the other group, and we'll see what else pops up from there. I might try some oracle cards. We'll see if anything seems like we need to chase it down the rabbit hole, you know. This is my Lightseers Tarot by Chris Ann. You can find it on every place that sells tarot cards. I have edged mine in black. I did that with mine myself with a marker. It's super easy. If anybody's wondering why mine looks different, I just did. So let's go ahead and get into this reading. I'm also trying a different layout with my table because I'm always moving all my crystals around. So I said, well, let me just bring like half of them over here. I think I'll do a crystal collection video at some point. Whoa. We'll see, because I've got this. I've got an entire shelf over there just with all my crystals, but I like having them around when I do my readings. Brings up the vibrations. All right. See. BTS and Mamamoo, past, present, future. How has their friendship been? I know very little about each group. I do know they have some interactions, I think through award shows or songwriting, but I don't know anything truly about their situation. So we're gonna go completely off the cards and intuition here, folks. So, okay, past. Present, future. All right, see, cards are all mixed up. They're not completely upside down or anything like that. And we'll go ahead and see here in the past, Ten of Swords, if they had any kind of friendly feelings, there really wasn't a chance. Like, there were a lot of pressures from the people around them or the company, but overall the overwhelming feeling of the Ten of Swords is like it's too much. It's just the Ten of Swords really tells you that it's an overwhelming like finality. Like they're just not. So I can't say exactly when in the past this could mean that in the past there was a friendship and they had to sever ties. And in reverse, usually upright, it would be that it's not your choice. It's almost like a betrayal. But in reverse, it's almost like I think it was their choice. So maybe there was a chance that they were friends in the past, but also in the past they had to cut that off for their own, but I don't know, for their own good, but really for their own decision. This is something that they decided for themselves that needed to end. The ties needed to be cut. So then we have, I'm working on trying to say a lot less. I say it all the time and it's got to be annoying. So sorry guys. Public speaking is not my strong suit. So we have the Six of Wands in reverse. This is like a loss. Because this is a bit more like in the public eye. It also tells me a lot of it is for fear of jealousy. Like whatever decision they did is kind of for this. They thought it was for a good reason. They thought they would be like saving themselves. Like saving their image by not publicly being friends, by not continuing a friendship, but it's actually showing like they're losing. Like either they are like financially or publicly losing opinion, or just like personally they feel like it's a loss for them. Like I think they're seeing opportunities where their friendships would have really helped build that, and because they can't be publicly friends, it's hurting them in some kind of way. And then we have the Page of Wands in reverse. So again, this tells me for future, if they're losing out on creative opportunities. Because like the page isn't anything that's super refined, but it is like opportunity. It's like potential. And they're just going to miss out on that because obviously it looks like because of a past decision to cut ties or to... Again, it's hard to tell if it was by the groups themselves or by the companies that were like, no, you have reached a point where you can no longer be publicly friends, right? Because I do feel like not only intuitively, but I almost feel like I've seen things where they have been acknowledged each other in the past. Like, I feel like that's a thing. So I just feel like this was showing the finality, like the abrupt ending of that, and how it's like now and in the future actually going to hurt them a little bit, where they could have had a bunch of opportunities that were good for them. Oh my gosh, I see a gnat and it's gonna drive me crazy. But they can't take advantage of those opportunities. So I'll go ahead and do a couple spreads here and see if we can't get into maybe more information there. Like I said, I very, very vaguely know of anything about these two groups, possibly friendship with each other. So obviously, if you have any more information in the comments, I can try to expand, you know, on what I'm seeing in the cards. But right now, it just seems like sometime in the not so recent past, someone made a decision to not be friends. And the like I said, that Six of Wands really tells me that it was for the public eye more than anything else. And this is something we saw in the G-Friend and BTS friendship reading too, where it seems like there was just a level that BTS finally reached, and it seemed like they had to cut off any female friendship ties they really had that aren't considered, I don't want to say appropriate, but aren't well received by the public. So anyway, so let's go ahead and do Mamamoo and see what feelings they have toward BTS. I definitely think this plays on that present card that we had, where put like one more card. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was pulling on this card. Let's see. For sure. And we got some big majors in here, coupled with the two cards before. The whole missing out on opportunities thing, even though I think they'll see more of that in the future, you know, they'll feel it more acutely in the future. I do think they're starting to see kind of the beginnings of that now, because it's like, due to almost unforeseen or outside circumstances, like they're not happy with potential or like the way things are going. Again, the Page of Wands is like potential, but it's like also like the creation or imagination, like the step forward, and it's like there's outside influence that they're not happy with that are affecting that. The Empress, though, tells me like there's a motherly energy there. I definitely feel like this is them overlooking kindly. Like, they have nothing but fond feelings, I think, for BTS as people, looking out on like all the things that, I don't know if Mamamoo are older than BTS, but that's kind of the feeling I get. And they kind of have this like elderly sister, motherly energy where they're like, look at them, look at all they've done. But it's just, I think they're disappointed in a lack of their ability to engage with them publicly or professionally, even probably the better word here. Yeah, and I feel like this just shows, like, if they were to start that, because the Fool is a new beginning, if they were to try to start that at this point, they're going to be the ones that suffer. I think they know that. I think that's an issue with a lot, you want to see a lot of groups interact with BTS, but a lot of them don't, because they know that they're the ones that are going to pay the price for it. Like, they're going to get smeared by press and fans and things like that. So it is a disappointment for them. But I just think they look on them fondly. They have fond feelings. So I'm gonna grab, oops, stuck on the hook there. Let's see, I'm gonna grab I'm gonna grab a couple oracles, and we're just gonna go with it today. Right, okay. This is my Roots and Wings oracle. I'm gonna pull a couple here, and I'm gonna pull a couple from another deck. Because, I mean, how one group feels towards another, there's a lot of members, there's a lot of vagueness there, so I just want to see if we can get anything more specific. Did I turn it? These I don't read. Abundance has a lot of connection to this Empress card, where it's more of just acknowledging that there's a lot going on. There's a lot that they both want to have the opportunity to do. So I think it's like allowing breath is basically like space, taking that time apart, for allowing that to happen. They have to like have that space between them. So I just get the feeling if you do see them interacting, like, I wouldn't take it that seriously. I don't think we're going to see a lot of big interactions. I think the ones that would say that they're still friends probably don't really talk. They probably did it one time and they have nothing but like kind feelings toward the other, but I don't see anything about continuing on any kind of personal relationships. Oops. What's in this one? My Dreams of Gaia. I'm gonna grab a couple of these. Why not? Haven't used this deck in a minute. We'll go ahead and pull a couple Dreams of Gaia, and we'll see if anything feels a pull there. But yeah, I just keep seeing similarities where it's about to keep what they've worked for. They have to keep a level of space between, and that was something that I think they all decided on at one point. So even though they're friendly, I don't think they're any longer friends. Maybe at one time, but not anymore. Okay. So yeah, we have Destiny, which is exactly Union in reverse. The Queen of Air. Queen of Air is about having an open communication. So I do think there's always a channel there if they want to talk. There is, but again, it's something, whether it was both groups together, companies, all of the above, had a decision that they shouldn't mix that much. Like there's a limit to how much they can mix, how much they can work together. I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing the cards. So let me do the reading for BTS and see if their cards show us anything else. But yeah, I'm seeing kind feelings, but I'm seeing the girls especially feeling like they're going to take a hit. They're going to take a loss if they are to continue any kind of friendship. I mean, the only thing I can think too is that there is, you know, I should have looked up everyone's zodiac signs before. Because I just don't know if Solar in particular with the sun makes me wonder if she might have been the one that's the most disappointed for some reason. And I don't know if there's any air signs in either group, honestly. That could be that Queen of Air. But again, so it like saying that the air signs are the most likely to be communicating or wanting to communicate is also, I don't know if I would say, I feel like the Queen is just referencing an ability to communicate directly if there's a need to. It's like if they aren't communicating, it's because they've chosen not to. All right, BTS towards Mamamoo. How do they feel towards Mamamoo? I got that Ten of Swords again. And the Fool again. Okay. So, yeah, the Ten of Swords tells me they for sure, should I pull one more? Two of Pentacles. They for sure feel like it's the end for that. So if anybody is upholding that lack of communication, it's probably more the BTS side. The Nine of Pentacles, you know, for Mamamoo, we got the Abundance card. This is kind of the Abundance card for the tarot, where not as strong as like the Empress is, because the Empress is like all creation and manifesting all those things and like that feeling of birthing something. But the Nine is more like having, generally upright, it would be like having everything you need, like you're prosperous and you're comfortable where you are. This is removal of that. So like they've cut it. They can't just like, you know, just reach out and speak. It's like it feels heavily here that they're the one that decided to cut the tie, or if anything, since the ties have been cut, they're definitely the ones maintaining that lack of communication. And again, the Fool, it's like, if we're talking about these two together, the Three of Pentacles is collaboration. We saw the reverse Union card previously, so this is also like not only friendship wise but also professionally. They can't. It's like even if they had opportunity, they would not, you know. And this is as a group, so I don't know if there's a particular member that maybe is more inclined, but generally speaking, we're not going to see a BTS Mamamoo you know, group collaboration there. That's just not really looking like it's going to be in the cards for them. Again, in the Page and the Two, it's like is trying to make a plan and a balance. So to me, this reads as like concern and worry that it would actually, I don't know if you guys can see these with the glare here. It shows me that there's a bit of concern and worry about financially how it would do if they would. You know, Pentacles to me is more work. It's the physical manifestation. It's like I think BTS might feel like if they do work like as a group with Mamamoo, that it could potentially like hurt them. They'd have to be very, very, very careful of how they did it. They'd have to definitely figure out how to cater, obviously to cater to both groups of fans, but I think also like make their fans not feel alienated in any kind of way. So it just seems like it's not that there's a lack of opportunity here with the Fool card, because the Fool is like, I'm taking that first step. It's not like there's a lack of opportunity here. It's literally reading like a choice not to. So I'll continue with the Oracle cards, and we'll do the Roots and Wings again. See if I can, in the next videos, if I can fix this glare here that we're seeing, because I'm trying from a different angle on my camera. See if we can't get a better, more interesting shot. Oops. Okay, I don't read these reversals, but we'll pick 3. Okay, so we have hope. I mean, I don't believe in coincidences, so if there's a member named J-Hope, I do think it's funny because all these cards actually mean hope, which is really funny. And I'm gonna have to pull some more cards because I feel like these all just represent kind of him in different ways, but I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why. Because this card directly means it's really like a Fool card. It's really just like believe in yourself and take the leap. And Rise is like about overcoming your obstacles, and then the Star is also like, it is literally out of the tarot, where it's like this is hope and almost like seeking guidance. So it could be if anyone's like secretly still talking, like carrying on any kind of like quiet friendship, it would be hope. It would be J-Hope maybe. Because I don't like him coming out in 3 different cards is, you know, suspicious. So we're saying for overall for a group, maybe not, but something where J-Hope on his own, maybe more into trying it, maybe on a solo thing that he's doing that maybe wouldn't affect the group so much. Let's see here. Okay. With the 7 of Wands, the 7 of Swords, oh no, 6 of Wands, 7 of Swords, and the King of Air. We've had the Queen of Air and we've had the King of Air, and it's been 2 reversals and an upright for both groups for the Dreams of Gaia cards. Okay, so it is about diplomacy and trying to, I don't know if you got the glare bad again, diplomacy and trying, again, this is almost like that Union card in reverse. This feels much more like bureaucracy though, like a company cannot come to agreement on how to do things. We have the 7, I'll show you upright, but we got it in reverse. Yeah, this is leaning on a more like spiritual Hierophant, kind of dogmatic card, but at the same time it's like fundamentally like at the core of something, like deep in the core there's like an irreconciliation and unable to reconcile something at a fundamental level. Again, we saw this 10 of Swords. Something has been decided, and it seems like even though there may be one member that wants to go against that, it's like being stopped. But King of Air, again, it shows this open communication, like it's they're free to speak on it if they want to. So again, it may be where they are unable to physically actually like work together, but they talk about each other. Like, there's still this open line somewhere of communication, and it's just kind of difficult to tell if it's about that like they're able to speak to each other, or that they can if they want to. So I might draw one more clarification now on these air cards. I'm like, what do these air cards mean? Why am I getting the queen and the king, and a queen for Mamamoo and a king for BTS? I mean, that if that doesn't sound like purposeful, I don't know what does. So what do these king and queen of air mean? Pentacles. Inner vision. I'm just pulling for clarification, so I'm just like, let's pull from all of the things. Obviously this Ace of Earth is about, I do think there's at least one person from each group that may still talk to each other, but they're unable to get everybody on board. And I think I have a strong feel that J-Hope is one of the ones that's still trying to contact, still trying to work on something, or just has hope that it will happen at some point. But there are at least one from each group, I think, that do still continue. I just think overall, generally speaking, for each group, it's not really something they think is a good idea. I don't know what to say right now. I think that's the thing, is that even in the past, present, future spread, everything is still a bit muddy for them. They're not sure what they want to do. So I'm just going to pull one final, like, finite card on if we can expect them to work together in the future. Like, will it happen? I know we got the card for someone thinks they're going to lose, and in the past they cut it off, but nothing's ever done until it's done, right? So I'm going to do one more card here. Oops. Well, the stones apparently think that's a negative. There you go. Let's see what the cards say. Will BTS and Mamamoo have future projects together? The Tower. High Priestess. Hierophant. Again, this is, no, I really don't think so. I think there's a want. I think their past friendships make them want to find ways they can, but they just can't get it. Like, they can't seem to do something they think will please the fans and please the companies, because this is like, major change upheaval, and this is kind of like the gatekeeper. This is like the mentor card, the people that are kind of above them and managing them, right? But the high priestess in reverse tells me there's just like an unsurety of how they would go about it. So yeah, no, I don't see a whole lot of work. I see a lot of wanting to, but fear that it's going to go bad and not being able to really sort out the red tape from the companies. So, I mean, that's what the cards are telling me. Like I said, I don't keep up with it, so let me know if you've seen any information about that kind of thing. I'm genuinely curious. All right, so thank you for buying a reading from me. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you feel that you got your money's worth. I know sometimes the cards don't always tell us what we want to hear, but I did try to do the best for you that I could. I hope everyone is having a great day. Please take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye.